indication of how cold it really is in Arkansas during this month of February, closing in on my birthday that I share with my maternal grandmother, but February 20th. Yes, we call it a month affectionately. When I was going to the professional development on yesterday morning, there was a daycare van, like a church van, turned on its side with one vehicle, a truck, and a car behind it wrecked. So I'm thinking when the van slipped on the ice, it hit the truck in front of him because it was hit from behind, and the car behind him ran into it. So that's an indication of how chilly and cold it is here. It's 28 degrees now, and my daughter's school is letting out early by an hour, like 2 o'clock. But we're headed in. So we're all thinking the temperature should get worse and possible flurries. Yes, I'm being a weather reporter this morning. By Thursday, so maybe Thursday, we will be out of school because of what's expected on Wednesday. Why am I wearing makeup? I'm wearing makeup because I have an observation. No, not by the male principal, but by the female instructional facilitator. And I just want to look nice. I mean, I have on my nice sweater with my new pink pants, matched pink here in my sweater. So I just wanted to look nice. I'm going to have a mask on. By then, my hair will be flatter than what you see. It won't be standing up so tall. And the makeup would have settled, but I have my mask on. And I feel that I am prepared for the day. Even the PD helped me a little yesterday. It's funny how you're doing whatever they're prescribing or selling. However, it just has another name, like Quick Right. Quick Right is the response to whatever text we're covering, whatever assignment we're doing, the response question. That's all that it is. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to, well, I add that anyway, but that's a part of the lesson anyway. But I'm probably going to point that out and help those who don't write well, because kids just don't want to write well. They don't want to capitalize the beginning of a sentence, and I was glad to see that's a problem across the board with some even other alleged better schools. They don't want to indent. They don't want to skip paragraphs. So it's difficult. But we are not saying we're English teachers, though I have been for years. But we history teachers are having that same problem too when it comes to responding to prompts. And we should act as English teachers, because across the board we should be helping each other with writing. Because if we're all teaching it, we can only get better. And not teaching it explicitly like English teachers, but helping the students, the children, guide them through their writing. It's okay. And I say that so profoundly because there was a teacher who pointed out that a leader in the school told him, "You stay in your lane. You're the history teacher. You're not the English teacher." But we all agreed with the presenter that no, he was writing. He should continue to help the kids with their writing. That's to say that I thought about something that Funky the Eagle was talking about, and it's something that's always been attacked every day with this administration. But today I'm going to talk about food stamps. That food stamps are being attacked, and we already know that. We also know that as far as population, we are indeed the minority, meaning African Americans. So our counterparts, allegedly the whites, and I shouldn't even say allegedly, it has been found factual that they receive more food stamps than we do. So those trailer park, backwoods, country whites, those urban area whites, just like, you know, some of our sisters and brothers who are on stamps. And I was on stamps at some point, and I grew up with stamps, and they were needed when I was on them with my little boys and my husband. So they were needed, and I do hope that they mean it when they say this is America, and we would not take food out of the children's mouths, because we can't have people going around hungry. But guess what? News to them. They talking about people can't buy sweets. At least they want to make it a law with stamps. Guess what? Those stamps are gone in a week or two anyway. And you might really be hungry for the rest of the month if you don't have a supplement of any kind regarding finances. So if they have a bag of chips or a bag of candy that they can munch on in between meals, because a normal 5-year-old shouldn't be cooking. They can make spaghetti probably on their own, or even manwich. So they need, you know, to grab a cookie or a cracker. It's not like a parent is allowing their kids to sit there all day. Well, in a few minutes, you need a whole bag of chips. They want them to share with their sister or brother. I'll put that up later because it's almost dinner time. Okay, and I've heard of some people saying, of course, oh no, I would have my own ice cream. My sister would have her own box and so forth. That's different because they're eating off that ice cream for the duration of that month or for however long it lasts, a week or two. And it happens to be theirs. And the parents are doing that for their kids if they happen to have a pantry, or if some of their things are on a counter in a bowl like mine. That kid goes in and get 2 or 3 cookies, or get a piece or 2 of candy. They're not sitting eating all of it at one time. And again, these stamps only last a month, less than a month. Don't let me lie. Maybe 2 weeks at most, like I said before. It's not like those stamps carry them throughout the month, unless they really plan well and have a bunch of kids and get an excessive amount of stamps. Otherwise, I assure you, they buy food what the mom can cook and prepare that will last her as long as possible. Because if you try to put a bunch of vegetables that nobody really likes, you want a little of that, because I like salads, you want a little of that in your meal plan, but you'd rather have what I just mentioned, some spaghetti, some sandwich, some chicken, some breakfast food, some cereal, yes, the sugary kind. You want something that you like and that is going to fill you up. Will it possibly give you high blood pressure and diabetes? You don't know. You're not worried about that. You are trying to fill your bellies. You don't want your kids to go hungry. So it's alleged that 7% of taxpayers' money goes toward welfare anyway. That's only 7% out of 100%. So that's telling you 97% goes elsewhere, allegedly on the military and things like that. So keep that in mind. Those people who are trying to hate on minorities when they're really hating on their own. So with that said, have a great Monday. Peace and blessings. Grace and mercy. Faith and hope. Yes, hope is a new one. Love and togetherness. Signing off, Teacher Jackie. Have a great one.